Hello, today I will show you how to write a short answer. And I will use an example from the test that you did before Christmas, and the topic was reactions. And there were 3 tasks, there were 2 short answers, and there was also 1 long answer. And I will show you how to write a short answer, and I will use task 2 as my example, and you can see it here on this page. But I have actually already written that, so you can see it a bit clearer here. Task 2. Read the poem The Little Things in Life. You will find it in Appendix 1 on page 6 and 7 of this test. Write a short text about the questions below. Remember to give your text a title. What is the main message in this poem? Explain and use at least 2 examples from the text. Which little things in life do you want to pay more attention to? Give reasons for your answer. So that was the task. And as you can see here right away, it's a task that is based on a text that is called The Little Things in Life. And you will find it in Appendix 1. So if we go back to the actual test, you will see that you find this appendix at the very end of the test. So on page 6 and 7, you find this text, The Little Things in Life. Okay, so let's hide that again. And now let's see, how do you actually do this? Okay, so first, read the task. Okay, that is the first thing you should do before you start writing. Read the task and read it carefully so you really know what you are supposed to do. Okay, so task 2, read the poem The Little Things in Life. You will find it in Appendix 1 on page blah blah blah. And then, okay, so I need to read the poem, then write a short text about the questions below. Okay, so there are some questions that I must answer. Also, it says here, remember to give your text a title. Okay, and here are the questions. What is the main message in this poem? Explain, that means förklar, and use at least 2 examples from the text. Okay, so I need to explain the message and I need to use 2 examples from the text. And there's another question. Which little things in life do you want to pay more attention to? Give reasons for your answers. So I assume I am supposed to write 2 paragraphs. Okay, I need to write 1 paragraph where I explain the main message in the poem. And then I need to write another paragraph where I talk about which little things are important in my life. And I need to give reasons for my answer. Okay, now I have read the task. I kind of know what I'm supposed to do. I may have to go back to the task, read it again, remind myself, but for now that's enough. Okay, second, okay, find the appendix. Okay, and we have already done that. It was at the very end of the test. Okay, so you need to find the appendix where this text is. Okay, third, before we start reading, read the extra information about the text and about the author. Okay, so where do I find this? Let's see, let's look at this again. First of all, you can see here at the very top here, it says Appendix 1, and then you have some text in italics. What role do material things and social media play in your world? Do you notice and enjoy all the little moments of everyday life? Okay, so here is a hint. This text in italics is not a part of the text. So this is actually a kind of a help, because this tells me what this text is about. Okay, so I already know before I have actually read the text that this has to do with material things, that is stuff, and social media, and what kind of part that play in my world. And also it will talk about the little moments of everyday life. And I suppose those are the little things in life. This is what this text is about. I also need to see that this text is by someone called Nargis something, Kakromather. I don't know how you say that. Okay? And then at the very end, there is some more information that is useful. Here, also in italics, we find out that the author is 11 years old. She is in grade 7, so it's a girl at Riverside School in Ahmedabad, India. Okay, so it's a girl from India, and she loves reading, soccer, badminton, basketball, etc. Maybe that will be useful when I write my answer. I don't know. And there's some copyright stuff, and there's actually also a link to some more information. Okay, so let's hide this again. So read the extra information about the what? I've got some words there. About the text and about the author. Okay. So what did we learn? Okay, the author is a girl. Okay, and she's 11, from India. Okay, and there were some more information also. Okay, number 4. Read the text. Okay, that is obvious, but maybe you are tempted to not read it. I don't know, but you must read the text. And I would like to add, read the text in light of the task. Okay, so when you read the text, you should be mindful of the questions that you should answer in your text. So don't just read the text mindlessly, just read it. Okay, it was a text, blah blah blah, but you need to, okay, what am I supposed to look for when I read this text? Okay, so when I read this, I need to concentrate and focus. Okay, what is the main message in this poem? Okay, and the second part is not so important when I read the text, because this question here, which little things in life do you want to pay more attention to, that does not have so much to do with the actual text. So, but what is the main message in this poem? Explain and use at least 2 examples from the text. So as I read the text, I need to focus on what the main message is, and also perhaps look for some things that I can use as an example. Okay, some good quotes maybe. Okay, so we won't take the time here to actually read the text, but because of the miracles of technology, you can pause the video and actually read the text here. So please read the first page. Okay, if you didn't pause the video, you didn't have time to read it. Okay, here's the second page. Now you can pause the video and read this text, or this last page. All right, so now you read it, and I will hide it again. Okay, when I read this text, what did I find out? Okay, so here are my notes from my reading of this text. Okay, the main message. So what I found when I read the text is that the author, she kind of sets up a contradiction in the text. Okay, contradictions, something that is some things that are opposed each other. Okay, so she sets up a contradiction. It's like she talks about having more stuff versus love and care. Okay, she talks about that. She also talks about achieving things, striving for things, versus just being. Okay, so that's also something that she mentions in the text. Thirdly, she talks about being alone, doing things your own way without others, without your friends, etc. So being alone versus being together, being part of a community. Okay, so that is also part of the theme of this text. And finally, she towards the end, she says that you have a choice, or we all have a choice. So to me, that is the main message of this text. That she talks about our modern world and how we all want more stuff and we want to achieve things and have a career, etc. And we're all very independent, but she says maybe we need to focus on other things, on the love and care of friendship and community and just being together and helping each other, and that we all have a choice to choose the little things, the small moments in life. So that to me is the main message of the text. Now the tricky part is to put this into a actual text. Okay, but here's step 5. Okay, write the text. Okay, time to write. Okay, so first we need a title, and I will save that for later. I just put a title here so I will remember it, and I have of course prepared this a little bit so I can write it quicker. In her text, and then I write what the name of the text. In her text, the little things in life. Okay, with quotation marks. The 11-year-old girl. Then I added the name of the author. I think that is and I need to really check the spelling here. Author. And if I were you, I would go back and actually check if that is the correct spelling. You don't want to make those unnecessary mistakes. In her text, Little Things in Life, the 11-year-old girl, Nargis Katrumathur, writes about her thoughts on our modern way of life. Okay, so this is a kind of a topic sentence, and I introduce the title and the author, and I say what she writes about, her thoughts on our modern way of life. And she complains, in a way, about how today, and here I add a quote, everything is about the dollars. Okay, so here's an actual example from the text. It's a quote from the text. So everything is about the dollars, that is about money, and about getting likes and followers. Okay, and since I use the word complain here, we understand, hopefully, that she is kind of against this. Okay, so that is part of her message. But it does not have to be like that. Okay. Okay, who says who? According to the author. Okay, so I'm just explaining what she thinks. According to the author, we all have a choice to make. Okay, we can choose the little things in life, the things that do not cost money, but effort and care and love, such as, here's another quote, such as friendship and laughter. Okay, a few remarks here. First of all, now I have two examples from the text. That was part of the task. Also, there's a little comment on the style here, or how I write this. I say that things that do not cost money, but effort and care and love. Normally when you have three words like this and you list them, you would write effort and then you would put a comma here, effort, comma, care and love. You can put the and before the last word in a list like this. But just so you know that I'm aware of that. But I think it sounds better to put this and here because it kind of emphasizes each word more. So it costs effort and care and love, such as friendship and laughter. Okay. And I have a final sentence here. These are the things that matter in the end. Okay, so this is one paragraph and it's my answer to the first task. Let's go back and see if I have answered this task. What is the main message in this poem? Explain and use at least two examples from the text. Okay, I think I have told what the main message is, and I have used two examples from the text. If I should be critical of myself, it says here explain. Well, maybe someone could complain that it's not a very good explanation. I have, if I should change something, I would consider that. Is this really a good explanation of the text? There's always, you have to always weigh the pros and cons of that. You want to write in a way that is readable and interesting on the one hand. If you become too focused on, okay, I need to explain first, second, blah, blah, it may become boring or a bit unvaried. So I don't know, I'll go for this. Okay, secondly, the next question is, which little things in life do you want to pay more attention to? Give reasons for your answer. Okay, so this next paragraph should be a more personal paragraph. I don't have to take the text into consideration really, but also because this is should be a coherent text, both these paragraphs should ideally go together to some extent at least. I want to tie them a little bit together. Okay, in my life, okay, in my life I experience much of the same frustrations. Okay, period. As the author, I could add, maybe. I think that is clear anyway. So this is my way of tying this paragraph with the paragraph before. Okay, so in my life I experience much of the same frustrations that the author explains in her text. Okay, so what kind of frustrations? Sometimes I just cannot put my phone away. Okay, So that is something that I share with the author, how we are kind of addicted to social media and phones, etc. However, okay, so here is a linking word. I do want to focus more on the little things. Okay. When you use do like this, however, I do want to focus, that is emphasizing, and it's kind of, I do want to focus. So it has to do with the sentence before. I say something, but I do want to do this. Okay. You could write, I want to focus more on the little things. So this do is an emphasize. It's an emphasis. Okay, however, I do want to focus more on the little things. Okay, and now I just use this little trick to get to the point. I just add this firstly, and this is always a good way to introduce a thought, a point, a main point of some kind. Firstly, I would like to spend more time outdoors. Okay. Feel the wind, the rain, and the sun. Maybe I should use the same way of writing as I did before. Feel the wind and the rain and the sun. It could be kind of repetitive because I use that same stylistic thing here, but it could also be a way of connecting these two paragraphs. Firstly, I would like to spend more time outdoors, feel the wind and the rain and the sun. I don't know. I keep it like this for now. Okay, so this is one thing that I would like to spend more time on. So this is an example, but I should also give a reason for this. So I need to give a reason. Why? Well, whenever I actually go outside, I feel refreshed and relaxed. Okay? And I wonder why I do not do it more. So this is a reason for me wanting to spend more time outside, because when I actually do it, I feel more refreshed. And so this is something I would like to do, but that I do not do so much. So this is a reason. Okay, secondly, yeah, by the way, as maybe you saw here, I wrote refreshed and relaxed. That is also a way of letting the language flow a bit more smoothly, using words that start with the same letters, refreshed and relaxed. Okay. Secondly, I have always dreamed of writing a book. Okay, instead I'm stuck with writing tutorials on the web, but I have always dreamed of writing a book. Okay, now I need to add this. That may not be a little thing per se, but it is still something that is free and that requires both love and care. Okay, so I would consider this as a little thing anyway. It's a kind of it's not a small task to write a book, but it's an important thing that is in contradiction with our modern way of life, sitting down and writing for hours. Okay, so that is the same kind of other thing to spend time on. Okay, well, it's still something that is free and that requires both love and care, and I need a conclusion here, and I add a little frustration here. But because of that stupid phone, no, it should be stupid phone, I just never seem to get around to doing it. Okay, and if this was a real test, I would read through this again, because there may be some mistakes, some errors here and there. Maybe there are some ways of saying things that I would like to change. I would not just press send here and hand in this assignment. I would really read through it 1 or 2 more times. But I have one more thing that I need to remember, and that is the title. And the title should always be kind of, or you should aim for a title that is not just, it should awaken some kind of interest. Okay, the title should preferably make your reader somewhat interested. Okay, so time to put away the phone. Okay, this ties in with my ending. Okay, so, and it also, I think this title covers both paragraphs tolerably. Okay, it's not perfect because in these short answer tasks, the 2 questions, they are normally not perfectly compatible. Okay, so you need to find some middle ground there and find a title that is okay. Okay, so that's how to write a short answer. I hope you have learned something, and the most important thing is take your time. Read the task carefully, read the text, and also, of course, try to be creative, but don't just start writing, okay? Put your mind into it. What am I supposed to answer? And then you answer that. Then you can add your personality, your way of writing, etc. But use the time that you have available and put effort into this. Okay, thanks for listening and good luck on the test.